Hello there and welcome to another video. Are you ready for a wild ride into the world of the deadliest snakes around? From the sleek and speedy black mamba to the venomous and lethal inland taipan, we're going to introduce you to the most feared and revered snakes on the planet. In this video, we're counting down our picks for the most deadliest and venomous snakes in the world. Be sure to stick around to the end of the video to find out the world's most dangerous snake. Number 5. King Cobra. The majestic king cobra are known for being the longest venomous snake in the world. Can you imagine being over 18 feet long? That's longer than most cars. It's no wonder they're often referred to as the king of the snakes. King cobras are absolutely stunning with their beautiful brownish-yellow skin and distinctive black bands. These bands are actually used for camouflage to help them blend into their surroundings, making them excellent predators. And did you know that they have an incredibly unique hood that they flare out when threatened? This hood is made up of elongated ribs and skin, which they can raise and lower at will to make themselves appear larger and more intimidating. It's like a built-in warning system, but what really sets them apart is their venom. They have enough venom to kill a full-grown elephant. That's right, you don't want to mess with these guys. However, they're not very aggressive unless they feel threatened, so if you see one, just give it some space and admire it from afar. Their venom is actually used for hunting, and they can deliver a deadly bite that can kill prey within minutes. But it's not all about the venom. King cobras also have sharp teeth that can help them grasp and hold onto their prey, making them incredibly efficient hunters. Another interesting fact about king cobras is that they're actually very intelligent. They're able to recognize their own reflection and even respond to certain sounds. They also have an incredible sense of smell that helps them locate prey, even if it's hidden underground. It's amazing to think about how these creatures have evolved to be such incredible predators. Number 4. Black mamba. The black mamba is one of the most feared snakes in the world, and for good reason. They're incredibly venomous, with enough venom in a single bite to kill multiple adult humans. They can also move incredibly quickly, with speeds of up to 12 miles per hour. To put that in perspective, Usain Bolt, the fastest human in the world, has a top speed of just under 28 miles per hour. But what's really fascinating about the black mamba is their behavior. They're actually very shy and prefer to avoid confrontation whenever possible. However, when threatened, they become incredibly aggressive and will not hesitate to strike. They're also incredibly intelligent, with the ability to recognize individual people and remember them for long periods of time. Another interesting fact about black mambas is that they're actually not black at all. They get their name from the color of the inside of their mouth, which is black. In reality, they're a beautiful shade of grayish-brown, with a sleek, muscular body that's perfectly adapted for life in the African savanna. But despite their fearsome reputation, black mambas are actually incredibly important to their ecosystem. They help control rodent populations and keep other snake species in check, making them a vital part of the food chain in their native habitat. Number 3. Coastal taipan. The coastal taipan has the most toxic venom of any snake in the world. Just one bite can kill up to 100 adult humans. But don't let that scare you too much. They're actually quite shy and will usually avoid confrontation whenever possible. But when they do feel threatened, they're not messing around. They're incredibly fast, agile, and can strike with lightning speed. In fact, they can strike and envenomate their prey in as little as 0.13 seconds. That's faster than the blink of an eye. And if they do bite you, you're in for a wild ride. Their venom can cause paralysis, convulsions, and even death in a matter of hours. The coastal taipan is a beautiful snake with a distinctive, light brownish-gray color and darker stripes on their back. They can grow up to 6 feet long and have a slender, muscular body that's perfectly adapted for life in the hot, humid coastal regions of Australia. But despite their fearsome reputation, coastal taipans actually play an important role in their ecosystem. They help control rodent populations and keep other snake species in check, making them an important part of the food chain in their native habitat. Number 2. Eastern brown snake. Welcome to the world of the eastern brown snake, one of the deadliest and most fascinating creatures in Australia. The eastern brown snake is responsible for the most snakebite deaths in Australia, with just one bite containing enough venom to kill several adult humans. Yikes. But don't let that scare you too much, because these slithering serpents are actually quite shy and prefer to avoid confrontation whenever possible. But when they do feel threatened, they can be quite the showstoppers. They're incredibly fast, agile, and have lightning-quick reflexes. They can strike their prey in less than a second and then withdraw just as quickly, making them a force to be reckoned with in the wild. But what's really astonishing about the eastern brown snake is their adaptability. They're found in a variety of habitats, from the arid desert to lush forests, and everything in between. They can also change their behavior based on their environment. Some populations are diurnal, meaning they're active during the day, while others are nocturnal and only come out at night. And let's not forget about their appearance. These stunning snakes are usually a pale brown color, with darker bands along their back. They can grow up to 6.5 feet long and have a slender, muscular body that's perfectly adapted for life on the ground. But despite their fearsome reputation, eastern brown snakes actually play an important role in their ecosystem, as most snakes do. They help control rodent populations and keep other snake species in check, making them an important part of the food chain in their native habitat. Number 1. Inland taipan. Prepare to be amazed and maybe just a little bit frightened by one of the deadliest and most fascinating creatures in the world. First and foremost, let's talk about what they're known for: their venom. The inland taipan has the most toxic venom of any snake in the world. One bite contains enough venom to kill over 100 adult humans. That's right, you heard that correctly. It's like they've got a tiny syringe full of death in their mouth. But don't let that scare you too much, because these sneaky serpents are actually quite elusive and tend to avoid humans. Now, if you do happen to come across an inland taipan, don't get too close. They're incredibly fast and agile, with lightning-quick reflexes. They can strike and envenomate their prey in less than 0.1 seconds. That's faster than the blink of an eye. And if they do bite you, you're in for a wild ride. Their venom can cause paralysis, convulsions, and even death in as little as 30 minutes. But let's not forget about their appearance. These stunning snakes are usually a pale brown color, with darker bands along their back. They can grow up to 8 feet long and have a slender, muscular body that's perfectly adapted for life in the harsh Australian outback. What's even more fascinating is their behavior. Inland taipans are solitary creatures, only coming together to mate during the breeding season. They spend most of their time hiding in underground burrows, waiting for prey to come along. And when they do strike, they're incredibly efficient. They can consume prey that's up to 3 times their size. Despite their fearsome reputation, inland taipans actually play an important role in their ecosystem. They help control rodent populations and keep other snake species in check, making them an important part of the food chain in their native habitat. Thanks for watching our video today. We hope you found it informative and interesting. Remember, snakes may be fascinating creatures, but it's important to always exercise caution and respect their power. Whether you're exploring the great outdoors or simply walking through your backyard, always be aware of your surroundings and stay alert for any signs of snakes. And if you do come across one of these fascinating but potentially dangerous animals, remember to keep a safe distance and give them the space they need. Thanks again for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.